Hello everybody, and welcome back to The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 2. On the last episode, we got back Uses, and Sarah's joined us as well. And so that makes all of Clan 7 back together as a whole. We also had a nice little scene with Fee in the hot springs, so there's that. So now, what we're going to do, because we have 7 bonding points today, as well as the fact that Emma, Laura, Sarah, and I think Husas as well get 2. We can do bonding events with them twice. But I don't care about Husas, and I'm not going to miss the chance of 2 bonding events in one. Well, 2 bonding events per those guys. So we're going to do Emma's. Which I didn't actually remember that she was right here. I kind of just, I was here to rest up because I did one of the side quests after I talked to this guy. So I ended up having to fight their monster. So of course I ended up using all of my CP in S-Crafts. So let's just go ahead and do Emma since we're already here. And then we have a new snowboarding course, and I want to do that as well. It's so wonderful to be back with Celine again. Now I can focus on how we should act from here on out. Not that that will be a particularly easy decision. Yeah, we are glad to have you weighing in on the matter, though. Oh, I just remembered. There's something I need to buy from the shop in the village. Oh? I can't tell you what it is, I'm afraid. It's a secret. I have no idea what she's talking about, but she sure looks happy about it. Okay, now I'm getting curious. I know Celine's not allowed, but do you mind if I join you with your shopping? If it's okay, I mean. I know the shops here pretty well, so I might be able to help you find whatever it is you're looking for. Really? That would be lovely. But you've got to stay here, Celine. Rean and I can handle this on our own, so don't even try to follow us. Fine, whatever. All this secrecy's creeping me out anyway. Rean and Emma left a slightly sulking Celine behind and took off to the store to buy whatever it was Emma was searching for. When does our DLC come out? Here we go. The color looks just right, too. That's wool, right? Yeah. I'm recording this on the 13th at like 5:21. Probably not the best time to be recording something, but at the same time, it kind of is. It's extremely quiet around with it being so early. You don't have people outside making tons of noise. I didn't know you could knit. I used to do it quite often back home, actually. I've been working on a scarf for Celine for a while now as some sort of reunion present. It's almost done, too, but I ran out of wool, so I came here to buy some more. Oh, really? In that case, why not finish it in our living room? That way you could be able to work on it without her finding out about the surprise. That sounds like an excellent idea. Thank you, Rean. After showing Emma to the mansion's living room, Rean decided to sit and accompany her as she worked, both of them enjoying a soothing warmth of the fire. I made some tea, Emma. Wow, that looks great so far. Why, thank you, Rean. I think this deep blue color will really suit her personally. Yeah, definitely. I can't wait to see how it'll look when it's done. Also, there was a patch too, which it's not a big patch. It just makes some minor text errors and stuff like that. So again, I said this before early in the series. If you come across any typos and stuff, take it to take a picture of it and take it to Xseed's the Legend of Heroes Cold Steel's Facebook page, and just type in the full name and then type in Facebook, and you'll end up finding it. And send it to them, and they'll most likely patch it up. It's nice to see how close the two of you are. Close? Do you really think so? She's certainly important to me, but at the same time, she's not exactly pleasant to me most of the time either. I don't think she means any harm by it. Don't tell her that I said this, but she was really worried about you the whole time we were separated. I know for a fact that she cares about you, even if she has a tough time putting it into words. Really? Thanks for telling me. We've been together since the day I was born, but I guess I still have a hard time reading her. Once I began training to become a full-fledged witch, she became my familiar. So, in a sense, she's like a sister to me. Really? I'm kind of jealous. As far as siblings go, it's like the two of you can be completely open with one another. But when it comes to Lise, I always find myself holding back from saying what I'm really thinking. You say that, but I'm sure Celine is still keeping plenty of things from me. I can certainly be more open with her than I can with Vita, though, at least. If you don't mind me asking, how are the two of you related anyway? You said she was something of a sister when we first found out her true identity. She's a sister in a sense that we both trained to become witches together. I always admired her and looked up to her, both for her skill in witchcraft and her beautiful voice. Even now, I feel like I'll never be able to catch up with her in terms of raw talent. I see. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. All you can do is keep trying, really. I suppose. One thing's for certain, you won't be able to catch up with her in a day. You didn't learn how to knit that scarf in a day, right? That took time. Catching up with Vita shouldn't feel any different. All you can do is keep trying to better yourself. When you put it that way, you have a point. Thank you for your encouragement, Rean. I feel a lot better now. Eventually, Emma finished knitting the scarf and promptly delivered it to Celine. And while she may not have put it in words, it was obvious that from her purring that she was very pleased. Ah, level 3. Oops. I actually wanted to read that bonus. Oh, and we're just right back here. Okay, well. I'm embarrassed. I'm just distraught that you wasted your time and energy making something for me. Make sure you get some rest now, okay? I will. They're so happy together. There's got to be some place where we can unwind together. In that case, why don't the three of us head to the footbath? We've got more than enough time. It's a great place to relax. Oh, that does sound like a good idea. Inviting a cat to take a bath. Yeah, I'll pass, thanks. Suit yourself, Celine. Well, we'll see you later then. I wonder why cats hate water. That's weird. Ah, this feels wonderful, especially warm water. Celine was right. About what? She mentioned how the hot springs of Ymir have the ability to promote mana recovery for those who use them. Perhaps it's due to there being a spirit vein nearby, giving them the protection of the spirits. Really? That's interesting. It's a shame Valimar can't jump in here with us then. That's very true. Oh. Emma, your glasses have all fogged up, you know. Oops, I forgot to take them off. You didn't need to get that worked up about it. Although, come to think of it, what is it? You're staring an awful lot. Oh, sorry, it's just something that's been bugging me for a while. Your eyesight isn't really all that bad, is it? You noticed? Things get a little blurry, but it's not a major issue if I use a little witchcraft to compensate. Thought so. You weren't wearing them for our concert. You weren't wearing them for our concert. Okay, I was wondering where he was going with that. But your choreography was still dead on. But why wear them if you don't need them? In a sense, they're symbolic of a witch's way of life. A witch must carry out their duties while nestled in the shadows of history. Reveal your true nature, and you risk straying from the witch's burden and becoming swayed by basic emotion. Grandmother always said that to me ever since I was a little girl. Huh, that's funny. I'd always picture your grandmother as this friendly old lady, but it sounds like she's actually pretty strict. She has to be, really. She's both the Hexling clan elder and a very powerful witch. So she has a responsibility to guide us in all we do. Both Vita and I were scolded by her fairly often during our training. Yeah, I can see that now. But then one day, Vita broke a taboo and vanished from the village. Grandmother seemed to want to find her and punish her for what she did. But as for me, all I wanted to do was talk with her and find out what made her do such a thing. If I could just learn that. Sorry, Emma. What are you apologizing for? But you know, sometimes I wonder if I'm being too naive when it comes to Vita. Even still, I'd like to think I've grown at least a little. Maybe it's about time I stopped wearing these glasses too. I could tell you why, but wearing them somehow makes me feel like I'm always keeping secrets from you all. Wait, what's this one right here? I'm gonna go with the first option. Rean? I don't see why you should force yourself to not wear them if you want to. Besides, we're all used to you wearing them now. Oh, really? Still, whether you choose to wear them or not, and whether you're a witch or not, for that matter, you're still the same Emma we'll always love. Don't forget that. Thanks, Rean. That's such a sweet thing to say. I'm conflicted by my choices. I don't know what I just did. I didn't expect to have choices. We don't usually have them in these. Something's up. After that, they both remained at the footbath and continued while away. Whiling away. Wait, what? I don't know that word. Time with pleasant chatter. Okay, well, they just spent the time that they had in there chatting away. Alright. Let's see who to talk to next. I've already decided everybody I'm spending time with. Don't care about Elisa. I've already decided. Who is closer to me right now? Okay. I have made my decision based on who's closer. Sarah's closer. But where? Oh my. Okay, that's useless. I'm so confused. Oh, there's Sarah. Well, seeing as Toval and Miles are safe, I'm guessing all the bracers here in Erebonia are probably okay. Wish I could say the same for our colleagues over in Crossbow, though. Can't even get in touch with Winslow. Friend of yours? We go back ways, yeah. He used to be registered as a bracer here, but eventually he packed up and moved to Crossbow. Anyway, leave worrying about the guild to us. You've got enough on your plate as it is. Just focus on what move you guys are gonna make next. If you feel like you need a break, though, I'd be happy to join you, though. Sounds nice, actually. Would you mind hanging out for a while? Striking while the iron's hot, I see. Alright, I could use the company. I was actually thinking of heading to the tavern for a drink or two. What do you say, a little change of venue? It's fine with me, but I'll stick to living the dry life. Figured you'd say that. Come on, then. No sooner had they arrived at the tavern did Sarah ask Gerald for alcohol recommendations. And after she offered to pay, Rean settled on a ginger ale. Gotta like ginger ale. Ha, and this is the good stuff. It's got a very mellow taste, but it's sweet and refreshing too. I had no idea you can make something so good out of rice of all things. It's a kind of alcohol from the east that Master Kai-Fi brought here, I believe. Gerald said it's something called Junmai Shu. That Master Kai-Fi sure knows his stuff. He sounds like a man I'd love to drink the night away with. He's always been a bit of a heavy drinker, so I'm pretty sure he'd take you up on that if you asked. But you might want to cut down on the booze. With things so shaky now, you never know when you'll need to take action. I know, I'm not planning on getting myself plastered when you got that discussion later on, so don't freak out. I think I've earned a little bit of alcohol relaxation time, personally. After all, I went cold turkey while I was in hiding. It was torture. Would you deny your poor instructor some sweet, sweet relief? Sure, relief. Let's call it that. What have you been doing all this time anyway? We didn't hear so much as a rumor about you. Oh, I was just lying low, gathering what information I could through connections from my guild years. Eek. Information about what was going on elsewhere in the country, the capital in particular, that kind of stuff. In the capital? Did you manage to find anything out? No more than you did yourself, sad to say. The Noble Alliance is doing a great job keeping information from leaking out of the city. After that, I decided to sneak into the cruising province to follow the Alliance's movements from there. And that was when I ended up getting in contact with Juices. I see. It's pretty impressive you were able to do so much all on your own. Well, working alone and gathering information are two things that I had to get used to during my guild years. So it was nothing new for me. If anything, I'm more impressed with everything you've managed to do. I was glad to see everyone here was okay after that Jaeger attack too. Sounds like it was a high-ranking corpse. Yeah, the Northern Jaegers, under orders from Duke Alperea. Fortunately, there were no fatalities, even if the experience was pretty traumatic for everyone. Dad's woken up now too, so there's been no real long-term damage there. We have the goddess's blessing in that respect. I'm sorry I couldn't be there to help when you needed it most, Rean. You don't need to apologize. You couldn't possibly have known what was going to happen. Is something wrong? You look distracted all of a sudden. No, it's nothing. I was just thinking about what a relief it is that your dad's okay. He always seemed like such a pleasant man, especially for a noble. Handsome, too. I don't like where this is going. Oh, relax. I'm just kidding. Anyway, all that aside, you've made it this far. You can make it the rest of the way, too. Just keep your eyes on the future, and that starts by deciding what to do next. You're right. We'll all be counting on your support. This stuff is awesome. Can you at least let me finish before you wind up passed out on the floor? Oh, that was a good laugh. After finishing her drink, Rean led an ever so tipsy Instructor Sarah back to the Phoenix Wing. Yay, level 3. Proper Strike and Deadly Assist. Hers is the same as Fee's. Instructor Sarah might be a good last teammate. Still gonna be looking for those comments about who I should use in that last slot. And as additional supports, but I probably won't need to know that part. But that last slot is still empty. All those drinks got me feeling kind of sleepy. I can't afford to doze off during your discussion later. Maybe I should go out and get some air. A little exercise always sobers me up faster for some reason. How about it? Want to join me? Alright, that leaves us with 3 points. Last 2 of them go to Laura, since it's the first time we've had her with us. Actually, since we got plenty of morning left to fit her away, and I already decided that I'm going to do the last one with Thea. At least we want to try to get her 5 as quickly as possible, because she is my link partner. My main link partner for Rean, anyway. Actually, since we've got plenty of morning left to fit her away, I've got an idea. What would you say to a little training one-on-one? Sounds good to me, just maybe don't rough me up too much. Well, let's take this somewhere a little less populated then, shall we? Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Together, Rean and Sarah headed out onto the valley. There they found a nice quiet area to hold their impromptu training session. You've definitely gotten stronger while I've been away. Good to see that getting that knife of yours hasn't caused you to start slacking on your training. I'm still no match for you, though. Just holding back, but only just. I think if I really try, I might just be able to beat her. She clearly wants me to do it. And if that's how she wants, then I'll show her just how much I've improved. You're all fired up now, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Let's pick things up where we left off. Right. Yeah. Come on, that all you got? I hope it isn't, because you're not going to be able to rescue your sister or the princess if that's the best... your sister or the princess if that's the best you can do. I tripped up, seriously there. You remember when I said you were the center of Class 7? Well, I still feel that way, even now. And I won't rest easy until I know that his center is capable of beating me on his own at least once. Rean? Yeez. What did he just do? I'm so sorry. Are you alright, Rean? Yeah, I'm fine. Just... I should have known I was no match for you. Phew. No, that was your victory, not mine. What do you mean? I knew that last attack of yours was going to be far more powerful than I thought you were capable of. So I was forced to stop holding back in order to block it. That's a victory in my book. Clearly, all that stuff you've been doing has been great for your training. I'd really like to think so. I chucked that one up to luck personally. I wasn't even thinking. It was more like my body acted on its own. I'm going to need a lot more practice before I can pull off feats like that at will. If you understand that, then I need say no more. But don't worry, I'm sure if you train enough, you'll be able to do it. Have faith in yourself. Yeah? You've got both the potential and mindset to achieve great things. I'll try. I have another question. What I just saw just reminded me of one thing. I know that they get... I know like Fee got a new skill. And I know that their skills change. Like how Rean has True Autumn Leaf Cutter and True Gale Slash and stuff like that. But are there any more moves that they get that I don't have yet, aside from the new S-Crafts? I know at least some of them get new S-Crafts. I don't know if all of them do. But aside from the new S-Crafts, do they get any more skills that I don't have right now? I'm always waiting to see after somebody levels up if we get a new skill or if skill changes. But from what I have now, I'm pretty sure you guys know what skills I have. Well, you've been paying attention enough. Do they get any more skills than what we currently have? More attacks would always be nice. Now exhausted, the two of them went back to the village. I don't even want to think about how badly that last attack could have hurt him. I feel like this war is causing the old me to resurface. Well, that was an interesting one. I'll have to make sure to tune in to Sarah's bonding events. Alright, I'm gonna have to walk there. Alright, Laura, where are you? Ooh, which one is it? I think it's by the mansion. There's Fee. Ah, there's Laura. Oh, Laura. The air feels calm. Feels clean. It's not hard to see why young Coffee is so fond of this village. Young Coffee. Young Coffee. I hope that I'll get a chance to bring Father and Klaus here one day. I hope, probably not a thing, I hope Rean's mentor is here in this game. His teacher? Because just like Laura's father, he's supposed to be one of the strongest people. I really want to see him. I'm curious about how he is, or how he fights, or what he looks like. I hope that I'll get the chance to bring Father and Klaus here one day. I think I already read that. We'd be happy to have them, and don't worry, I'm sure you'll have plenty of chances once the war's over. I hope so. I suppose that's another reason for us to hasten its conclusion. But I'm still at a loss to how, though. What should we do, I wonder? Why don't we go somewhere and take a break? It's good to take a breather sometimes when you're stuck on a difficult problem. That sounds reasonable. In that case, I'd like to ask you a favor. Would you escort me to your room? What? Yeah, that is an odd question for... No, that's an awkward question for a girl to ask. Suddenly, as she asked that anyway. So, this is your bedroom. The decor has something of an Eastern feel to it, fitting for a former student of Young Kafai. Is there anything here that's particularly representative of the 8-Leaf School? I should have known. You caught me off guard when you asked to see my room, but it figures that's what you were interested in. Why would you be surprised? Oh, it's nothing. As for your question, I don't have all that much, I'm afraid. Wait, actually, I have some tea leaves Master Kafai gave to Dad a while back, I think. How about it? You up for having some green tea? Really? I like that very much. Oh, green tea is nice. I'm drinking caramel tea right now. This has quite the refined taste indeed. It isn't my first time tasting green tea. Monica let me sample the tea served at her class's tea house during the festival. Didn't I take you to one of those? But it seems to have more depth to its flavor and fragrance. Master Kai-Fi is a huge fan of this kind, apparently. He brought it back from the East himself. He's always bringing gifts whenever he comes to visit, so he's popular among the locals. Everyone here likes him. Really now? I have yet the opportunity to meet him in person. Me either. Please be in the game? Probably not. I'm just gonna be disappointed, huh? But I can easily see why he and Father get along so well. Would you happen to know where he is now? Nope, afraid not. The letter I received from him during our vacation here didn't specify. He's always been something of a vagrant. He wanders the continent throughout the years, stopping off wherever he pleases. So while I couldn't tell you where he is, I'm sure he's just fine. I imagine so. If the rumors to be believed, he is as proficient with a blade as Father, if not more so. A winner has never been determined yet, as we learned in the last game. Are you worried about your dad? I am. I try to avoid admitting it publicly, but it's a fact. His skills is as immense as ever, but given the various weapons that have come into play during this war, along with other powerful warriors such as General Aurelia and that knight from Ouroboros, yeah, I can't blame you for being a little concerned under the circumstances. Still, all we can do in the meantime is keep going and do what we're able. As long as we keep that up, I'm sure we'll be reunited with them in due time. Maybe. No, you're right. In a sense, this is but another trial we must overcome to reach greater heights. Yeah, I know we can overcome it, so long as we're together. This is one of those games you can't stop playing once you start playing. Anger. That's, what does that do? I mean, I did like 9 or 10 episodes in a single day. That's how much fun I was having. It tore my voice apart. The tea was delicious. Thank you for allowing me to join you. Incidentally, Tovo mentioned that you used the train somewhere deep into the mountains. Used to train, not the train. I was wondering what she was talking about. Is that true? Yeah, in the Isengard Range. Wait, don't tell me you're planning on going up there on your own. Well, after the break, I feel like doing something more active. A walk in the crisp snowy mountains should clear my mind just perfectly. I wouldn't mind a mountain walk. If you're really that interested, I can show you the way there. Would you? I'd be grateful. Then we should set out at once. Together, Rean and Laura climbed the Ymir mountain path, their destination being the canyon above. Soon enough, they had arrived at the area where Rean once trained under Master Kai-Fi. I really just want to call him Master Coffee now. Phew, I wasn't expecting the climb to be quite so lengthy. Why that far? Really, you conducted your training in a remarkable distance from Ymir for one so young. Yeah, we spent about a month living up here away from civilization. We trained almost every day, but even when I wasn't training, he was teaching me how to live side by side with nature. We had to catch our own food, secure a place to sleep every night. Sometimes we'd even challenge monsters as practice. Oh my, that does sound rather harsh. You were just a boy at the time of your training, yes? Can't fault it, however the Arshid school does have similar practices. Even when I was a child, I would often join the students in training in the mountains. I'm not surprised to hear the Arshid school's training is right up there with the 8 leaves. I made it through in one piece, but I was completely exhausted by the end. Elise was really worried about me. She wouldn't stop crying when I finally came back home. Yeah, there's a typo right there. Or, maybe not. I might have just read that one wrong. If it said I'd, then it wasn't a typo. Like, I'd finally come back home. Because I read when I finally came back home. So, it depends on if that was I or I'd. It's not hard to picture. After taking a look at the scenery, there's not a doubt in my mind that training here would be a valuable exercise. Yeah, it certainly was. Standing up here being surrounded by nature serves as a reminder just how small and insignificant we really are. I suppose you could say the same about our swords in this war. Sorry, Laura, I'm not following. No matter how much its wielder trains, realistically, a mere swordsman stands no chance against a force of tanks or soldats. Except the fact that they were able to take down multiple tanks and a few soldats, the teachers alone. What significance do swords even have in this war? I mean, sword versus a gun. Lord, you may be able to break blocks of bullets with that sword of yours because it's so dang big. But rean, you just gonna have to dodge. I've been pondering this a lot lately, and I still haven't reached an answer. That's a good question. And yet, when I look around at the vast mountains surrounding us, I feel like I've been liberated from those worries. It wasn't just because she was a skilled warrior that the Lance Maiden was able to end the war in her time. That played a role, certainly, but she must have possessed numerous other qualities that contributed. Yeah, that's true. And in the same way, I'm sure there's a role that swords can play in ending this war too, even if they can't do it alone. My thoughts exactly. We simply have to find it, and as a class, I know we will. After talking for a while, they enjoyed a short mock battle against one another before returning to Ymir. Almost at link level 4. Alright, and fee for the last round. And then we're gonna go hit the slopes. The dog's name Beadux, right? He's cute. Yeah, Dad raised him to be a hunting dog, believe it or not. He's a sweetie though. Looks like a smart one to me. Petting him's pretty relaxing too. I'll stay with him for a bit while I think about what we should do. Come to think of it, it's just about feeding time. Want me to help feed him? Or want to? I don't know. Doesn't matter. Sure, I like that. Be right back. I've got to go get his food. How's that taste? Good? Looks like, look, he's weighing still. Sorry for not being able to spare much time for you, Arthur. Arthur Biodux. He's saying it's okay. Smart doggy. Can you understand what dogs are saying or something? No, I'm just guessing based on how he acts and barks. Back in the corps, I used to look after the military monsters a lot. Really? That sounds like an awfully dangerous job for you to be doing. Well, I did get bitten sometimes at first, but after one of the caretakers showed me what to do, they stopped. The way you talk about your time there, it's hard to believe the Jaeger Corps you were in was one of the strongest. Is Zephyr unusual by Jaeger standards? I guess. The boss was pretty easygoing, but it was always hard to tell what he was thinking. You remember what I told you at Mater Park, right? How they taught me survival skills and all that? Zeno and Leo taught me how to set traps and the art of close quarters combat. I can't imagine what it must have been like living that kind of life day to day. But it's easier to see how you came to think of them as family. Yeah, we were a family. Until they left me behind after the boss died. I just want to know why. Why they all had to leave me behind. And now I might have a chance to. I don't want to let it pass me by. Even if it won't be easy getting it out of them. Still. No mouth movement on them barks. I think even I understood what he was saying this time. Try not to overthink it. Something along those lines. And there's no reason you need to try and find out alone. Not when you got all of us with you. If that's what you want to know, we'll all make it work out. You will? You're right. How could things not work out when I've got you guys? Almost 5. Almost kept it out. Alright, let's go hit the slopes. Then, we should probably start progressing the story. No, I don't want this episode to drag too long, so I think I'm going to end it after we hit the slopes. We now have A3. Ooh, time is getting short. But I only have to get 18 out of 19? Let's give it a try. This might be difficult. I kind of forgot how it works. Okay, X is the jump, right? Ha! Failure. Failure. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Shoot. I jumped too early on that first one. That much is back. It's good. We'll just do it again. I want to get the best I can possibly... Oh my word. Oh my bejeebus. How are you supposed to do that one? I don't understand. Oh, that's going to be difficult to get, but I didn't make it. I missed 2 flags. Ha! Honestly, I have no idea how you're supposed to shoot. Okay, so there's a flag all the way over there when I do that. Totally failed.
That wasn't so great.
Yeah, no, it definitely wasn't. Their way of lowering the difficulty is just moving the time limit. That's not the problem here. Ha! Okay. How do you... Is it possible for me to hug the side enough to avoid that? I'm definitely doing it, yeah. But I can't miss another flag while I straight up lose. Ha! I mean, I got all the flags, but that hurt my time. I gotta know how to get past that.
I did it!
I wonder if it's possible to hug the side enough to get past that one. Shoot! Alright, let's just hit a retry. I want a perfect run! I saw the flag right as it was too late. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna figure this out. I'm stubborn. Okay, I think it's about at that point. How do you do that? Is it possible for you to get the flag and move fast enough? I don't see any openings, that's my problem. It's like, it might be impossible. Or I just might suck. It could be either one of those. Dang it. I could also be moving too fast. It also could be that. I could be moving too fast. I'm gonna try to hug the wall. Ugh. Every time. Every time. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. Watch. Dang it. Okay, let's try plan B. I'm gonna try to actually go around and like get the thing and make it to the other side. With these sharp turns I have to make. It's not possible to jump over those either. Shoot, I just really want to figure out how to avoid that. That one's a difficult one. The course itself is easy. It's that one part that's bugging me. Because if you ask me, it seems like the only way is to grab it and move all the way over quickly. But it doesn't seem like it's possible. Yeah, it is. It definitely is. I just saw that. It definitely is possible. Oh, there's also a board where you're standing on somebody's face. I know that from watching their XC show off video. Alright, well, let's see if I can do this. I barely grabbed that flag. I straight missed that one. Come on. Okay. I got this. I got this. Oh, come on. I really couldn't move. I tried to turn rean so that I could grab it right when I landed, but it would not move after landing that jump. Yeah, there's a bit of delay between landing and turning. It's not going to be an easy thing to pull off. Got it. And we got a perfect! That's what I'm talking about.
I did it!
Couldn't ask for a better score than that. Yeah, we're done. We're done. Oh man, that was great. That was actually really fun. Nice work. That was an expert level course too, was it? I thought it was still a beginner course. Well, here's your prize. Go ahead and take it. Passion leggings. Oh, and this too. It's a new board that's gotten real popular among the youngsters. Purple dotted board. Select board on a new course menu is now available. The difference between boards is purely cosmetic, so feel free to choose a board based on personal preference. Wish I could like make a board so I can handle turning easier and stuff like that, like increase its stance and stuff, but whatever. And I'll be sure to keep the courses well maintained. If you feel like boarding again, just come on by. You smoother turns. I certainly will. See you then. Alright. I want to see the new board. Huh. Looks cool, but I think I'll stick with rean's classic. Alright, well this has gone on for a pretty decent amount of time, so that is all the time we have for this episode of The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 2. If you like this episode, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all on the next episode.